Greetings, my fellow Narcadians. It is I, Talsar Gelden, Master of the Narcadian Order, and we are back for Carrion Crown. We start book number 5, Ashes at Dawn. Last session, our players finished book 4. They defeated Shub-Nagaroth's dark young spawn and freed the town of Ilmarsh, for better or worse, from the cult of Dagon. So, our players have since then gone and spent and recuperated and basically buffed themselves up, since they now have in their possession the Raven's Tongue mace that the Whispering Way needs in order to complete their dark ritual. But now they're headed to Caliphas. So let's join our players, shall we? And it has occurred to me I need to fix something. Sorry, one moment. I did not create a second instance of map tools for the players to see. Well, for the audience to see, rather. I got so caught up on, getting things ready for today that it slipped my mind. It happens sometimes. This properties. Alright, there we go. Everything is as it should be. So let's join our players now. Alright.
Haru.
So, when we last left off, you guys successfully managed to defeat the Dark Young of Shub-Nagaroth in the most cheesy way possible.
What?
I sense bitter DM syndrome.
I do too. Really? Really?
Didn't feel that cheesy.
I'm sorry, its will save was shit.
So, after defeating the Dark Young of Shub-Nagaroth, you left Ilmarsh in hopefully a better state than what it was in, and headed, well, I would imagine, I know you guys headed to Lebstad to return the effigy, but where did you go after that to in order to get all your stuff made?
Biggest major city we're aware of.
Okay,
to facilitate shopping.
That would either be either Carrion Hill or what was the other major town near there? It was Thrushmore.
I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be near there with teleport.
Right. Well, yeah,
it just needs to be a major city.
Yeah, probably Thrushmore. That's the only next major city before going to Caliphas itself.
Right. We camp out there. Real spends much of his time in magical housing, crafting.
Did we make ultimate magic accessible?
I believe that's one that we did, yeah.
Yeah, because you're playing in Vegas, which is from that. So
No, it's from. Where is my
Advanced class guide?
No,
Yeah.
no. I think Megas is from Ultimate Magic.
No.
pretty sure.
I'm checking now. I'm from Ultimate Magic. What the fuck? Why am I from Ultimate Magic?
Because Magus is a magic class.
Nah, I could have sworn I was from Advanced Class Guide.
Well,
Nope,
I mean,
it's
advanced.
not a hybrid.
You mean the Advanced Player's Guide?
Yeah, Advanced Player's Guide. Ugh,
Oh,
let me find out.
Anyway, it
Now-
doesn't really matter. Yes, you have access to Ultimate Magic. I think you always had. I think you always had access to Ultimate Magic.
We have CRB, Advanced Player's Guide, Occult Adventures, Ultimate Combat, Ultimate Equipment, Ultimate Magic, and Adventurer's Armory, according to a post in the
okay.
chat.
Cool. I took echolocation.
Oh, I hear that's pretty good.
Sorry. Back to you, Brett.
All right. So, you spent how much time did you guys spend on getting re-equipped?
A long time. Like a month.
I think after dividing all the crafting time between our different characters, we're looking at about
How much? As you cut out.
about 2 months.
2 months. Okay.
2 months? Wow.
All right. So now you're ready to head out to. I'm assuming you're going to Caliphas.
Do we have a reason to?
Yeah.
Remind us of that reason, if you would.
All right. Because that's where the other Dark Rider headed with the rest of the ingredients.
Ah, yes, we have one part of the ingredients.
And that's where the Dark Rider who went to Elmarsh was supposed to go after getting the mace.
Instead, he got turned into, well, the Dark Young of Shub Megara.
Excuse me.
Alright, it works for me.
Can I just say I love
14.
that my default strength is 27. That's pretty fun.
All right.
Christ.
Is there anything you would like to know about Caliphas?
I would love to know everything about Caliphas.
It's Caliphas.
Caliphas.
Give us the Califacts.
I want the Carfax on Caliphas.
All right. Well,
Hella fast, please.
well, give me a roll.
I bet it's a knowledge.
I'll
Probably
go, yeah.
knowledge nature.
Hey, where is this place? Where is this place on the map, by the way?
It is okay. If you are looking on, all right. If you're looking at Threshmore, follow the coast south down. You'll see the big star.
Oh, it's the capital of Caliphas.
It is the capital of Ustalav.
Oh, that's even better. It's the castle. It's the capital of Ustalav. Can I just? Okay, I want to point out one thing. Okay, we were up in Lepidstadt, right?
Uh huh.
We went to. Where did we start out with?
All right. You started in. Let's see. You started over here.
Okay.
You then
Went up to Lepidstadt.
Yes, you went to Lebstad.
After
which was-
Lepidstadt,
which is here. You went into the Shutter Wood.
into the Shutter Wood itself.
All right,
Okay.
then you went south,
No, no,
all the way down to Threshmore, then to Ilmarsh,
Uh-huh.
and now you're going around this way to Caliphas.
Can I just point out, we went north to Lepidstadt, then to Shutterwood, And then, you know what? The rest of the country is boring. Boom! Right there. This adventure path has us all over this frickin' country.
Yep.
Did I burn it down?
What? I wish you would stop doing that.
Still got to go back to Thistletop and burn that down.
All right, so Real gave me a knowledge geography that was superb. Well, you know where it is.
Holy crap! I think that was a nat 20.
Yeah, Real rolled a 44. Phil got a 7.
Yeah, Phil doesn't really pay attention.
So
That
yeah,
much
you
to her.
know where Caliphas is. You don't know anything about it though.
All right, what do you want for that?
History.
Hold still, or I make you a map of where the individual bricks are located in the city.
All right. So, Usala, it is the nation. It's a large city. It has a population of over 15,000.
That's a large city? I would have figured at least 50,000, but whatever.
Its ruler is Prince Ajord Oranti III.
Put that in chat, please. Prince. Huh. Okay.
It rests on the shores of Lake in Carthan, allows Caliphas to take full advantage of the massive trade routes, and Caliphas is consequently rich. Some might even say decadent. The city is also very cosmopolitan. A relative rarity in suspicious Usalav, many travelers visit from foreign parts, and some never leave. Their disappearances are rarely noticed by the population.
Wow. I'm feeling very confident about going.
Geography. This is going to be pertinent to the role he did earlier about the knowledge geography. Nestled behind the protective breakwaters that spare the city from the worst of Lake Incarthan storms, the entrance to Caliphas is guarded by the Reaping Rock. Caliphas is frequently shrouded in lake mist, its fog lanterns barely cutting into the gloom that often engulf the city. Caliphas is considered by many to embody the soul of Usalav, which perhaps prompted the eunuch prince to move the nation's capital there from Ardis. To the east of the city, the Laurelite Hill, also the name of the district which sits atop it, overlooks Caliphas and serves as home of its wealthiest inhabitants.
Oh, this is going to sound like a very fun city.
Alright. So, how are you getting there?
Figured we'd just teleport, but, you know, we could always go on the road.
On the road again?
Like normal people?
Have you seen us?
Yes, I have. Between Quinley and yourself, you're far from a normal group.
Yeah, let's see. The gigantic humanoid blender. There's the flying lightning bug. There's the man that's entirely too much in love with his own sword. And then there are the two that are covered in tiny eyes. Yep, we're totally normal.
Yeah, Quinley now has wings all the time, also.
Oh,
I love this.
In addition to his forearms.
Yes, I do believe we will probably be teleported.
All right.
Yeah, he doesn't seem self-conscious about them, but, it's a little harder to hide all his extra limbs.
So, where are you planning on teleporting near the city and then walking the way in, or teleporting into the city itself?
It's generally a bad idea to teleport directly into the city because, of the risk of teleporting inside of someone, which is not as fun as it sounds.
Yeah.
So, generally, I prefer to land us within viewing distance of the gate, but out of the way of traffic.
Alright.
And for today, I will be replacing one of my disintegrates with a second teleport spell Unreal, since I know we're traveling today.
Yeah, I should actually probably figure out a good... Oh, speaking of... Brett!
Mm-hmm.
You probably want portfolios.
That might be helpful.
What's a portfolio?
It's this thing where, Brett can take a look at what we've got.
Basically, it's the Hero Lab file that has our characters in it.
Do you want a picture of my paper character sheet? That's all I use.
It's alright. It's alright. So, you're gonna teleport yourselves outside one of their city gates.
Yes. As far as what we know, is there any gate that's more or less difficult to get into the city?
Taking a look right now. Actually, I have made the map of the city visible.
Oh, there it is. Oh.
Alright, let's see.
Well. There's quite a few roads that we can pop ourselves onto.
Huh.
And there's the coast road to the north.
Yep. There's
I wanted to try and find a map that wasn't drawn on, but
No, I actually kind of like this
Yeah, that looks alright.
because
Yeah,
it
that
allows.
north road seems good.
Yeah, the coast road right here.
Pretty central.
That definitely seems probably the way to go.
Alright, that will work. I'll land us a little bit out of the way so we don't land on anybody. So that would be bad.
Yep.
all right. Alright, let's see here. I'll skip that part for now.
Feel like we skipped out on some XP.
Not yet.
Oh.
Yeah, Caliphas is a large city.
So you're saying there's a chance.
So, you're now here. What do you do? Although, everyone give me a knowledge local, if you have it.
No.
No.
Does anyone have knowledge local?
Of course the wizards do.
Oh.
Give them a second to find
Okay.
that particular skill.
Okay.
It just takes me a second to bring up the menu and pick the right option.
Yep.
I'll send this to you. Okay, that didn't work quite as well as I hope. I need to go back and get the rest of that. Alright, you see the message I sent you?
Yep. I got it.
Alright.
Once we get inside the city, we should visit the Esoteric Order of Paladin Eye. They should have records too.
Oh, good. Just
I
what
don't know if it's
wanted.
me, but you're cutting out a lot.
Am I cutting out for anybody else?
You cut out at the end.
Let me adjust my mic distance. They are particularly well known as record keepers, and they should have a lot of information for us to study.
Sounds alright.
Well, let's get to it.
Well, now you have to figure out how you're going to find them. This is a secret society, after all.
We have ways of making people talk.
Really?
He's not wrong. Alright, well, the Palatine Eye. What do we remember?
I remember I as a player remember absolutely nothing about it. I as a character probably don't remember much about it either.
Alright. Well, you know you've met with some of their members before over in Lebstad.
Oh, we did?
Yes.
You mean Breast did?
Yeah.
Alright. Members
The only
of the
surviving
Order.
member of the party!
Yeah. Members of the Order delve deeply into political and arcane matters. They are sworn to guard Usalav and its ancient traditions. One of the main works of the Order is the Manual of the Order of the Palatine Eye, which is adorned with the symbol of the Order, a scarab beetle with a single eye on its back. The Esoteric Order is a very secretive organization. They're known for working against the Whispering Way.
Perfect. Well, I imagine neither Real nor Phil would get any additional information from a knowledge check because they're secretive. But if we know what their order symbol is, we might be able to find that symbol disguised somewhere as a sign for members. They have to have some way to bring people in.
Okay.
Alternatively, we, I guess, could try asking around and see if somebody comes and attacks us for.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we knew something about
Advertising.
what their business was, other than being anti-Whispering Way.
I couldn't imagine that a secret society against another secret society is going to be going out of its way to,
Advertise. Yeah.
itself. But I don't know. I'm not in a secret society.
But we also don't want to cause them problems by
Yeah.
making their presence here more well known to the populace.
By the way, what
Well-
time of day did you guys come in here?
Early in the morning.
All right, well, it's wonderful how teleport doesn't really mess around with time all that much. So, so you guys have things you can do. You can ask around to see if anyone might know where the order meets. You can visit the shops if you have any more money to spend. You can go arrange lodging.
Well, there are, I think, a couple things we should be doing. I think we took care of all of our shopping ahead of time.
Yep.
We should arrange for lodging, but considering who we're up against, I don't think it's a great idea for us to split up as a party.
Nope. Don't you know that you never
Never
split
split the party.
party?
So,
Especially in a game run by Brett.
we should arrange for our lodgings and then walk the streets for a bit, see if we can get sort of a sense of the tone of the city, see if there's anything that's been going on that people are talking about, and simultaneously keep an eye out for anything we might be able to consider a sign of the order. Or we could do something really funny, because I just had a brilliant bit of inspiration. Who wants to put on a couple of those Whispering Way amulets and just kind of walk around?
No.
All right,
Probably
That's not a bad idea, actually.
I'll be right back.
Well, the idea does have certain problems, but it would probably get our help us find the group we're after faster.
Let's call that Plan C if the first two don't net anything.
Sure.
I'm not. I don't want to advertise the fact that we have whispering amulets.
See, the nice thing about the Whispering Way is it really speaks to you. You really have to listen.
All right.
Of course, the things it's saying generally involve evil and terrible things, but you know. Alright, so we're going to go set up lodgings, and then we're going to walk around the city and for a bit try to get the tone and maybe hope to stumble across.
Okay. Okay, so you head to one of the many inns in the city. I'm trying to see if I can find more information on what they have. Where the page is it on? I know it's mentioned in the page. I could look at for more information.
What are y'all interested in for this evening? Do you want to be pampered and cared for, or do you just want a floor?
Breast votes pampered and cared for.
Yeah, it sounds alright.
Alright.
Go for a massage or something.
Real will pick out the nicest inn that he is aware of in the city,
Okay.
and we will head to that.
Well, you give me a knowledge local check to try and find one.
We will get in on it.
Okay, yes, you are able to successfully find one of the most luxurious and high-end inns in the city.
Excellent.
Blowing money.
Remember,
Fancy folk.
no services that will separate us. At least not until we are done with this whole mess.
Right. Breast. No. Are you even old enough to have a hooker? Breast just
Yeah.
glares at Setham.
I need some me time. I mean, you can be in the next room or whatever.
As long as you are close enough, we can hear you scream for help. Or you can hear us scream for help.
I did know a few ladies who could make you scream for something.
Yeah, how you interpret the screams is up to you.
I find it likely any of the ladies you know would have you screaming for the healer.
I'm rather tender, actually. Elves, we're sensitive.
Let's see here what we have right here.
Well, that is neither here nor there.
I'm trying to see if there is actually like a. If not, I'll just make one up.
Are you making up a inn map for us?
Welcome to the Inn of Great Intent.
Oh,
We're tent themed.
Magic dealer, see the GIF I posted earlier in chat.
People love it because it's campy.
Oh. I was looking for a colony drop, a colony drop from Gundam type, to post, but Discord wouldn't let me find it.
I know there's.
It can be rough finding proper punishment.
Oh, wait a minute. Random? No, this is what I was looking for. Here we go. Alright, good in. Alright. Alright, you found the half-full goblet.
The half-full goblet. That sounds fancy.
I would guess by the time you get to your room, you're already half.
On Great Temple Avenue in the noble quarter of quiet streets and grand manners, it stands adjacent to an ornate traveler's shrine. It is a two-story stone-walled building with a tiled mosaic floor. Accommodations consist of several large rooms with beds and woolen mattresses. An attached three-story tower suite is reserved for noble patrons. The innkeeper is a short male halfling named Pirzim Spacey. That's a weird name.
Pirzim Spacey. Post that in chat, please. I just want to see the spelling.
Well, don't be too upset. He used to be in body modification.
No, I think he made cogs for a living at one point.
Oh, that's how he got his name.
Yeah.
Because he was so good when he would go and pierce them.
They have available on their menu roasted cod and leek with a glass of rum, roasted chicken and mulberry tart and a glass of mead, braised crayfish and artichoke with a glass of rum.
A lot of rum.
Yes, yes, and yes.
Alright.
How much is it per night, by the way?
That'll be one silver.
Phil and Rill will order what Quinley's having, and then just push their portions over to.
Alright.
Seeing as they no longer eat.
My new bigger muscles require a lot of calories.
Alright.
Right.
Well, all three of those meals will cost you a total of 4 silver.
That's an outrage. Alright.
No, actually, no, I'm sorry. Not 4. No, they're going to cut you a deal since you're ordering all 3 of them, because ordinarily it'd be 5.
Real will look at Phil, and Phil will place a coin on the table. 8 gold.
So the halfling walks over to you and says, "Alright, gents, what can I do you for?"
Oh dear, it's like I'm... hello sir. How are you?
Well, you certainly are a motley group, aren't you? I'm not sure I've seen strangers like you in here before, but we get all kinds here, all kinds.
We've been described that way, yeah.
I prefer not to be described at all.
Right. Anywho... Really? Really real? Really?
Really real.
You had to go like that again.
I can see I'm making you uncomfortable.
No, you're just making me worrisome.
Oh, I must have overlooked something.
Yes, you did.
So, halfling, you seem like a good fellow. We're looking for somebody who's got his ear to the ways of the city. I'm being glared at. I don't know what to make of it, but
I think breast is never mind.
Well, you come to the right place. I mean, this is an inn. One of the most luxurious in the entire Caliphas, if I do say so myself.
so we've heard. Your rum's not bad.
Yes, we have that specially imported.
Yes, I also noticed that most of your meals came with rum.
I've never heard that complaint before.
Well, it's just that I would have preferred some wine or...
Oh, well, we have wine.
Oh, good. I'll take a bottle of the finest.
Very good, sir. Very good, sir. That would be 1 gold.
And Setham puts a gold piece on the table.
Hold on. Do you want the finest or do you want the finest?
Oh, yes, the finest.
Because if you truly want the finest, we would like one of your wines off of the menu. Say, how much do you want to spend on your wine?
Oh, I could go upwards of at least 10 gold.
A platinum.
Fine vintage.
Well, that's a most intriguing offer. I think I got something here that might suit your tastes. He goes off.
Oh, I very much doubt it.
The nice places always have a wine menus that is not on the normal list.
Yes, but does it have the wine that your mother used to serve?
That depends. Can you name the wines that your mother used to serve?
Oh yes, it's insert wine name here.
Well, let's see here.
Is that the wines that came in that box?
Well, I just remember that it was a very nice wine to go with that feast.
Well, make a note of it, and I'm sure we can hunt you down a bottle.
Alright, well, a few moments later, he comes waddling back to your table, carrying a rather ornate-looking bottle and a cork, a corkscrew. This here is from my own private stock.
Really? Innkeeper's private stock.
Yes, this is known as... I'm trying to pronounce it. Linchudage Adamando. I'm probably mispronouncing that. It's foreign.
Foreign.
What year is it?
Oh.
It is 5 years old.
Oh. Well. Not that bad of vintage. But,
Well, drink up.
yes, I guess so.
Although, apparently that can be a little bit deceiving.
Oh, and how is that?
Well, it's actually 5 years old. It was bottled 5 years ago. But in actuality, the contents are actually far older.
It was rebottled.
Oh, no. They use a special method involving some sort of magic to speed up the aging process.
Magic makes everything better.
Indeed it does, my friend. Indeed it does.
So, in fact, this bottle is actually 15 years old. The effects on the bottle increases its aging by 3 times.
How very exotic.
Right. Well, how much?
Well, you offered me a platinum. That was good enough for me.
Oh. Well, that seems quite a bit. Oh well. More where this comes from. And Luther puts down 10 gold pieces.
I shall leave the bottle here for you to enjoy. And you, sir. It's not often times I see someone here of my own height.
Yeah, most of us have been shrinking lately.
And you wanted a mead.
Oh, don't just yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Brett, by the way, I found a whole page full of alcoholic beverages on the Pathfinder wiki.
Oh, really? Did you link that to me?
Oh yeah, they got some good ones there.
I mean, if you want to
Hashtag absinthe and elven wine.
Because I just went to a random wine generator to get that.
they've got all sorts of stuff.
Alright, so he goes away with your order and comes back with a few other servers with your orders and puts your food and drink down in front of you.
Ah, yes.
You know, I do have a question before you go.
Go ahead.
I am attempting to find something, but I am not quite sure where it might be located in the city. Obviously, we are not natives. At this point, I will give a rough description of the symbol of the order, but I'm going to be careful not to mention the order or reveal what the symbol is connected to.
Alright.
Just to see if that can jog his memory without potentially incriminating us.
Smart.
Okay, let's see here.
Yeah, I'm carrying a minor artifact. Real is pretty clinched right.
Yeah.
Give me a diplomacy check.
Oh, my worst.
As you attempt to try and convey this information.
It's not a bad roll, actually.
Yeah, it's not. That's a 17 on the dice.
I see. That does sound vaguely familiar. I'm not quite sure where I may have heard or seen of that symbol somewhere.
Even an area would be very helpful. The city is quite large.
Or if you know an individual who expert, you know, such things, organizations within the city.
I think I may have seen it. And, he says, I think I may have seen it somewhere around the area of Heriday Theater.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you very much.
I'm glad to be of service. That's what I do. Serve. Otherwise, I'd be doing something else.
Real motions to Phil. Then again, when Phil doesn't move, and Phil will reluctantly put another gold.
Alright. Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you. Hope you enjoy your stay.
I'm sure we will.
Alright. So, you finish your meal. It's actually really good food. The drink is really good, and Setham, the wine, superb.
Of course it is.
It is.
10 gold pieces, I would expect it to be superb.
Is a deep red and very dry. Alright, so after you are done eating, what do you do?
Well, it should still be relatively early. That sounds like it probably only took us around lunchtime or so.
Yes, this afternoon, yeah.
So, well, let's go hit up the Heriday Theater,
Alright.
or at least that area.
Alright, so you start heading to the area of Caliphas where Heriday Theater is. And let me see here. What information can I find on it? Okay, it's on page 12. Alright, so the Heriday Theater sits in a rundown part of the town. And as you approach the area, you start to notice a strange, thick fog start to roll in.
Detect magic?
I always have detect magic.
Oh, yeah, this is definitely magical in origin.
Oh, dear.
If you would do me the honor of putting your tokens on the roadside encounter map.
To the roadside encounter map.
Just pretend that you're in the town, you're in the city itself, on the streets, not out in the middle of the wilderness on a path. Just. Alright.
No. Somehow I opened up magics. Some...
Alright. You see a looming figure before you, a step out of the mist. Strangely, you don't hear any people at all around you anymore.
Hold on a second. Why are there two breasts?
I bet you've got two breasts on the.
I know, I was asking why there were.
That's not abnormal, though. It's how many you're supposed to have.
Is we're getting abreast of the issue. Alright.
Does this appear to be a standard fog cloud spell?
Yeah. Alright. So you should see a figure in front of you.
Yeah, it's not like one of the ones that killed your brother. Oh shit, this is awkward.
What you see is a humanoid figure without a head on a horse.
Goodbye, Crane.
I get it.
At least they figured out how to bridge the story with the next one.
So.
Well, that's fun.
So he goes. So he stops there in the middle of the road and he says, "Oh there. I have been sent by the Whispering Way to parley with you."
Parley? Parley? A pox on... Oh, sorry. Thinking of something else.
I am Rask, Barlis Rask. And who might you be?
Well... Somebody else who has a better diplomacy...
Something? I think you already know who we are. What is it?
You said you were looking for us.
I do not know your names.
And you still won't.
I see civility has gone out the window.
Oh, no, it's just that I think we're well aware of what you do with names.
The matter at hand, though, is this. Up until now, you have been allowed to act freely. You've been nothing more than a nuisance to our plans. But now things have changed. You have something that we want. And my master is so gracious and magnanimous to make you an offer.
Oh,
Well, I'm not sure how we can transfer a sense of moral aptitude to you, but we can try.
Oh, just give us the offer.
You have within your possession the Raven's Head mace. We require this. Hand it over, and you will be allowed to go on your way, not to interfere in our plans further.
That does not really seem like any incentive so far.
Yeah, I expected a better offer.
I expected money, at least.
Yeah, it's not really much of an offer.
Your lives are not worth it to you?
Oh, our lives are quite worth anything. to us, but you know, I mean, offer us a position in the Whispering Way or something like that. Just give us the artifact and we'll let you live. Ooh.
I mean, look at the track record. We've been threatened before. It has not gone well for the other people.
Also, we may have killed your fellow Dark... No, we didn't kill your fellow Dark Rider. It was the Migos that killed your fellow Dark Rider.
The people we killed him, so...
Yes, so in essence, you owe us a thank you.
His fate is of no consequence. He failed in his task, and death is his reward.
Well, it really wasn't so much death as being transformed into a dark young of an ancient elder god, but you know how that goes.
The severance pay is terrible.
By the way, this voice is emanating from the stump where his head would be.
I figured. So, quick question. If we don't give you the artifacts, are you just going to harass us every night, or is this a one-time?
This is a one-time offer.
1 second, and Setham turns to Real. Should we, or should we just, take his head?
A bit late for that.
Well, yes, but I'm sure he's got it somewhere.
Well, I think for now, we are just going to say no. I've never responded well to intimidation tactics.
Damn it. That didn't work. You guys saw that roll, didn't you?
Yes, we did.
Okay, I need...
Is that an initiative roll?
I think I used the wrong... No, I'm using the wrong slash roll. Son of a bitch.
You are. Read initiative. This is going to be fun to zap him. By the way...
It's supposed to be backslash self, right?
By the way, as always...
There we go. Got it right that time.
Breast is 10 feet off the ground.
Well, I can see that negotiation is useless here. You are stubborn and foolish.
What you should really be asking yourself is, how do you know we have not already destroyed it?
An artifact like that, you would be foolish to do so.
Not if it saves the world.
I mean, honestly...
We have ways of determining its existence.
I'm sure you do, but quite honestly, why would we leave it around just for you to pick up?
This is finished. And he charges.
Oh, hello.
Initiative, yes, because I don't think any of us were surprised.
Yeah, initiative. However, he's going to get his charging attack.
Oh my god, a 19 and a 20.
Let's see what he got here.
Do you guys want to go, or,
Let's see here. Get read up here real fast. Oh, there's something I forgot he had with him. Holy shit.
his head?
No. It was something else. Where are those guys? Where are those at?
Oh, friends?
Yeah, he had some other things with him I forgot about. Shit, that's what I get for being stupid. One moment. I got so caught up in everything else I totally forgot about these things.
It's okay. It happens.
And otherwise, this is going to be kind of a short fight. I mean,
Okay.
right down the head.
What, these don't exist? What the fuck?
Ooh, what's there to say?
I guess totally not gonna use or something. Alright, I guess I'll use these. How side these things are. Alright, let me move this guy back real fast. Where he was before.
Hey, wait, where'd he go?
He's where he was.
He's got 2 wolves. Oh. That's a lot of wolves.
Uh-huh.
Oh, perfect. I love this.
Alright, let's see here. Enter in their information on my spreadsheet.
God, I've played so much well. By the way, Magic, once again, thank you very much for helping me out with that. For that quest.
Oh yeah, sure, no problem.
That was it says 3 people, but nobody's doing nobody's doing that type of questing.
Yeah, they've rebalanced so many times that it's like they're throwing a dart at a dartboard while spinning, and
Alright.
half the time you can solo the 5-man quests, the other or half of the time the 2 to 3 persons.
Yeah.
No, I've been doing mining a lot more in Elite Dangerous because they revamped the mining system and made it a lot more lucrative.
Well, it's not so much the mining system, which I should do mining, but I just don't care. I don't really care enough about the professions. Just go in.
Alright. Okay, now I need to roll for those things.
God, this is like the first time Brest and Setham get to go first.
Hey, yeah, you're the winner.
You
Big old
chicken dinner.
Okay. hold on. Let me sort the list. Alright.
Oh, dearie me.
Where the hell? Oh, he goes there. Okay.
Oh, dearie.
Alright, Breast, go.
So, Breast goes first, huh? You know what I love about being Breast?
What's that?
I get to eat 2 points of burn.
Minty.
Oh, yeah. And Breast is going to... Oh, I can do 3 points of burn. Oh, why not? I'll do 3 points of burn.
Alright, blow him up.
Yep. So, 3 points of burn gets Breast is going to raise his hands in the air, and suddenly a crackling thunderstorm appears in between them, and Headless Horseman. Zappy zappy.
Yeah.
Nice.
Pretty solid.
By the way, you rolled a 2.
And I still hit.
You still hit him. Alright.
Oh, I love it.
Setham.
Well, Setham is, can't really do much right now. That. So, I'm gonna do spell combat. I'm gonna load up a, I'm going to load up a Shocking Grasp into Myrmidon, and gonna wait for something to charge at me.
Alright.
Oh, can I do a knowledge check?
Sure you can.
I'm gonna do a knowledge check on the Headless Horseman.
Religion.
Never mind, I'm not gonna do a knowledge check on the Headless Horseman.
How about the wolves?
That'd be nature and still no.
Well, you can... the wolves are also religion.
Well, Phil is going to ready action one of his hexes. Let's see which one. Misfortune for when 2 enemies get in range.
Alright. Alright, let's see here. Alright. He points his finger at Quinley, and he says something. He says something in gibberish. Where's his at? Where's his point at? Yeah, I can look at this. Over here. I need Actually, hold on, let me check. Let me check the range on this. No, not quite. Okay, he's actually gonna move forward a little bit to here.
Aha.
And then he's going to do, and he's also going to activate his frightful presence.
That doesn't sound good. Is it now a thriller?
Okay, then you guys are outside of this range anyway.
Okay.
All right, but here's what he's going to do. Quinley, I need you to give me a. I need you to give me a fortitude save. Okay. You have failed.
Alright.
You will be staggered for 5 rounds.
Ouch.
And for the next 24 hours, or until the creature is slain, all critical hits against you will automatically confirm.
Alright.
Yeesh. Is this a special ability or a spell?
It is a supernatural ability.
Delightful.
And then the horse that he is riding a cone of smoke.
A cone of smoke.
Damn it, didn't. I hate when it does that.
You should definitely get the God's masks or those glasses next time.
There we go. I don't like how they do cones in this game, so I want to redo that. What I'm gonna do is over here. Do this. I want to do it. This is how I want to do it. Man, I hate this fucking drawing.
Yeah, we know.
There we go. Proper 15-foot cone. Alright. Alright, now it's time for the wolf-like creatures to go. Yes, they can. Quite a bit. Someone will move to here. Although you're 10 feet up in the air, so he probably can't get you.
They look like they're 10 feet tall, so
Yeah. This
you
one will
would
double
definitely still
move
be in the range.
to here.
Oh. It triggered my trap card.
Mine too.
So, single attack on wolf number 2 from Setham.
Alright.
Did that hit?
Yeah.
I have a little shocking grasp.
Alright.
Alright, and mine will be Wolf and Wolf 2.
Alright, let's see here. This is a mind-affecting effect?
Misfortune is not.
It is not mind-affecting.
Nope, it has a will save, but it is not a mind affecting.
Okay. Alright, their will save is... not too bad for that. He is under misfortune.
Both of them have to roll.
Both of them have to roll. Okay.
Yep. I got split hex, so now I can target 2 creatures at the same time.
Alright, so this wolf succeeded, this one failed.
Lucky, lucky.
Alright. Okay. And then the last wolf is going to move. Let's see here. Here. With a double move. And that is them. Quinley, you are currently staggered.
Uh-huh. I guess he will. Excuse me. He'll cast, or he'll drink a potion improved invisibility, or an extract.
I will note that when you cannot take a full round action, you can charge up to your movement speed as a standard.
Yeah, I know that he likes the option.
Alright, so you drink a potion of invisibility.
Yeah.
Alright. Real.
First off, knowledge check against Headless Horseman.
Religion.
Oh, I'm sorry, that's the wrong character. The fool. Following up with knowledge check on the wolf.
Alright. Alright, so the Headless Horseman is a Delahan. Let's see here. Yes, he is undead as well. Actually, I'll just give you the page because you rolled so high on him. And the wolves. You rolled a 31 and a 36, so... And actually, I'm trying to find information on the wolves, and I'm not really have much luck.
Love that.
Alright, here we go. This is what I was looking for. They are ghoul dire wolves.
Ghoul dire wolves.
That's kind of cool.
It kind of is.
The wolves can trip and paralyze. The rider has a 15-foot reach with his flare.
How long?
15 foot. And possesses blind sight.
Oh,
Sorry,
great.
and spell resistance. Alright, well, the first thing I'm going to do.
Oh yeah, storm resistance. I forgot about that.
Thunderstorm Blast does not trigger spell resistance.
Oh no, that was the wolf. That's right. The wolf is
Real is going to take a move action.
one.
The first part of his move action, he will be using Dimensional Slide, which does not provoke attacks of opportunity for movement.
Slide to the left.
He's going to put himself over here.
What did you do?
Rules are a little far apart for me.
Oh. Real's an Arcanist?
Yeah,
Huh.
has been for a long time. And then I'm going to use.
But he was a wizard. He's a wizard with exploits.
Technically, he's a wizard.
Yeah, he's an exploiter wizard. The flavor text for Arcanists said they're like wizards, except they cheat.
Yeah.
So the exploiter wizard cheats better. I am going to hit the rider with hydraulic push. Just the rider, not the mount.
All right.
Uh, 35 versus CMD.
All right. So you beat his spell resistance.
Barely. That was terrible.
I can't roll 20s on every roll.
His FSR is only 19. Jeez.
All right. So yeah, you beat his TMD,
Off field mount!
and all right, I'm gonna have to try and divide this up a little bit here. All right, so. Alright, you only push him off like you push him just off the horse 5 feet.
It's good enough for me.
Alright, so this is the horse, this is the rider.
Yep. That will be real stern. Oh, Phil, it was a cursed effect.
Huh?
Real just shouted something at Phil.
Alrighty then. Breast is going to do a 5-foot float up. Because he can. And then he's going to gather power. And he's going to empowered air blast the Headless Horseman. Still not within point blank range. The words. Not gonna hit.
Uh-huh.
Take that. Take all that damage.
Alright. Setham.
Setham is once again going to do some spell combat. He is going to cast defensively. He's going to cast defensively the Shocking Grasp once again. I can't fail Shocking Grasp defensively anymore, so that's that. And Wolf 2. I'm going to attack Wolf 2. Either one of those hits.
The first one did.
Shocking Grasp is loaded onto that one.
All right. All right.
And I can't fail anymore.
Phil.
Oh, let's see. Phil is going to hit the last wolf with Misfortune and then Cackle. Because I apparently do not have a curse removing spell at the moment.
Alright, so this will fail. Alright. Alright, well, the Headless Horseman mounts his horse again. And for his move action. And he is going to, let's see here. I don't think he can do that now. Shit. So I think charging is a full round action.
Yep.
So he used one standard action to mount his horse, so he has another action left, although he could...
But didn't he say you can charge? Only have a. You can charge as a standard if that's all you have or something.
It's not if you only have a standard action left for the round. If you can only take a standard action for the round. So he can't do a partial charge.
I'm just figuring how he's going to issue commands to the horse.
Yeah, riding combat is all sorts of messed up. Technically, both the rider and the mount are charging at the same time. So if the rider can't charge, then the mount can.
I'll be right back, by the way.
Alright. Alright, well, then what he's going to do, he's going to just command the horse to move. To here. Putting Rail right into his aura, so I need him to make a will save. You're fine. Alright. The wolves. Alright, well, direwolf number 2 is going to attack Setham, although he has rolled twice. He's going to try and bite. Does 21 hit you? Oh, he had to leave, didn't he?
According to his token, his AC is 24.
Alright, so that missed. Well, this wolf is going to... Let's see here. They have a reach of... Oh, still only have a 5-foot reach. And this one will try and bite. Rail? I mean, not Rail, Phil.
Okay.
25.
I have returned. I apologize
That
for
will
that.
hit.
Alright.
Alright, so... Alright, I need you to give me a Fortitude save.
Alright.
Alright, you saved versus paralysis.
That's all. Hold on.
Alright, 2, 6, 12. Okay, you will take...
What the hell?
16 points of damage from the bite. And there'll also be a triple temp involved in this. I rolled a 1, so fuck it.
Okay.
Roll the 1 on triple temp. Alright, this wolf is going to 5-foot step and we'll try and bite Setham.
Okay, that's fine. Uno momento. Apparently, none of my changes actually changed anything in for Setham. So give me 1 second as I update this token just a little bit, because I'm not sure what's going on.
Well, is your AC 26 or higher? Or lower?
The answer is much higher than 26. It's a 27.
Okay, so that is a miss. Quinley, the second round is staggered.
I think he's gonna. Yeah, this sucks. I guess I'll 5-foot step and attack this one.
Alright.
It says full round power attack, but it's just obviously the first one.
Yeah. Alright, so that will drop your invisibility.
No, it's greater invisibility.
Oh, greater invisibility?
So if it doesn't have blind sight or something, then I get sneak attack too.
It has scent.
Set won't do it.
Yeah, Sindel still allow the sneak attack.
Alright, so just your Falcata is going to be hitting.
Yeah, the first attack.
Alright. So,
Okay.
yeah, that will be sufficient.
24.
Alright. Okay. Real.
Oh, let's see. Well, knocking him off his horse didn't seem to halt him for long.
No.
I will dimensional slide again. Back over here. And everybody's in range for once, so I will cast Haste.
Yay! Haste. Haste.
How does that affect?
You'll still get the other bonuses, but if you can't full attack, you can't take advantage of the other attack.
Alright, okay.
Breast.
I never put it.
Oh, that's a nice macro.
Put on toggle for. haste up. Oh, this thing's 1, 2, 3. 1 second. Oh, this is the wrong character. Haste. Let's see. 1 attack. 1 flex. 1. Then 1. Oh. That's alright, so Headless Horseman is over there. That's lovely. Yeah. So Breast is going to gather power. He's going to shoot.
Alright, 40 damage at the Headless Horseman.
Yep.
Alright. Setham.
Setham still has a wolf in front of him. Not what he wants to have. What else do I got in the old spell book? Oh. Okay. That. So. Oh, I do. Alright, so I'm gonna pop a point in my pool. And I'm going to activate Spell Shield. Popping a point of Swift or a action? Swift, okay. So I'm going to pop a point to do Spell Shield. Okay.
Okay.
And then I'm going to Spell Combat. Can't fail on Shocking Grasp. So here's the attack. Either one of those hit.
Alright, which one are you attacking? Number 2?
Yep, still Wolf 2.
Alright, yeah, those will both hit.
Top one. I feel like I've been fighting this one forever.
Well, it's only been 3 rounds. Alright, you kill it.
Oh! Oh, nice.
Phil.
Well, Bill doesn't have a whole lot of witchy type stuff he can do. He can't remove Quinley's stagger. Sorry.
It's alright. Sometimes it fails it.
Just feel bad that you've basically been taken out of the,
Well, the whole time we were talking, I'd say what all these buffs I'm doing, but I was eating, and my voice sucks.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's an oldie, but it's a goodie.
I do apologize, by the way, for running off.
Alright, so that was the save, so it'll take half 17, which is
8.
wolf number 0. Okay. Alright, well, Headless Horseman is going to charge Setham.
Oh.
Alright, let's see here. Let's see here, where's that at? Alright. Where's this charge attack at? No, I believe it's just a straight up +2 to attack, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
Yep. Actually, you're attacking with the flail, yeah?
Yeah.
So you need to stop a bit further away. It's 15-foot reach, and you have to stop as far at the closest spot where you can hit him from. Wah wah.
Alright, that works.
Sucks for us.
Alright, there we go. And, so that'll be a 37 to hit.
Oh my god, you actually hit Setham.
Alright, let's see here. It is also a burning flail.
Give me that additional damage.
So it will deal additional 3 points of fire damage.
Well, that's all. That's not too bad.
And let's see here. And
Why?
the horse. Let's see here. Breathe smoke in your space,
Okay.
and you will need to make a fortitude save. You're fine. Damn.
This is a no smoking area.
Alright. Alright, let's see here. Alright, well, Wolf 1 will attack Setham.
Oh dear. I feel like I'm getting ganged up on.
24 is going to miss you. Or 20 will miss you anyway.
Both will miss.
Alright, this wolf will 5-foot step down and will attack Phil. No, 30 is not a crit.
That will definitely hit, though.
Okay, that'll be for 18 damage plus a fortitude save. Alright, you saved. And a trip attempt. 32 to trip.
Phil's feet are swept out from under him. He is, however, always buffed with overland flight.
Okay. Quinley.
Quinley is going to drink a extract of enlarged person.
Okay.
That's it.
Size. Real.
Oh,
Real will cast a spell on.
Oh, by the way, Setham and Breast, give me will saves.
Do I have to?
Yeah, because you're in his frightful presence aura, and so is Quinley. All right, Setham failed.
Oh no! What does that do?
Frightful presence. I think it just means you're shaken.
Oh well.
Anyway, continue on with your real.
it is a -2 to your attack saves and everything.
Scorching Array is a standard action on whom?
Wolf.
On the wolf. Okay. All right. Well, let's see here. All right. So raise 1 and 3 will hit.
It's against touch AC.
Yes.
Range touch.
Yeah. Touch it. Yeah. You roll a 9 for your touch on the second array.
Yep.
Their touch exceeds that.
I totally believe that. I'm surprised the 13 hit, actually.
Okay. Rest.
Well, Horseman, Breast have been having a kind of a duel at the moment. Been going great, hasn't it? Sure has. So, I'm gonna do an infusion.
All right.
Alright, so I'm gonna do a magnetic infusion. Instead of gathering power. Oh no, never mind. No, sorry. Gather power and continuing to air blast.
All right. You're attacking the Headless Horseman.
Yeah. Been working pretty good for Breast, so.
All right. All right. So he had 20 hit points left.
That was quite a shock.
His horse vanishes.
Oh, I wonder the horse.
So he's left just, keeled over, and now he's just laying there, motionless on the ground. Turn his aura off because he is dead, so there's no more aura.
No.
Technically, he wasn't alive to begin with, so.
What is it? Setham is shaken.
Yes. Well, not anymore. You're not. Because the aura is gone.
Oh.
Shaken but not stirred.
So I'm an idiot.
This is a well-known fact.
Yeah, I know.
Thanks for the reminder, anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But what about this time?
My attacks have been wrong.
Too high or too low?
Too low.
Good change then.
Yeah, they've been changed at least once. Spell shield comes off. Once again, I'm going to do spell combat. I can't fail defensively. Another shocking grasp loaded up into Myrmidon. And wolf number 1. Either of those hit.
Yes. Attack number 1 definitely did.
Alright, attack number 1 gets a shocking grasp on it.
Okay.
Okay. So I had on the conditions tab, Shaken. Shaken was selected for some reason.
Probably from last time you were fighting Chub Niggeroff.
Between Wolf and Wolf 1, which one looks more damage?
Wolf 1.
Alright, in that case, I will step back and then heal.
Alright. Wolf 1 will attack Setham.
Okay.
16
Oh,
will
that's
definitely miss.
second.
Well, I mean, Wolf is undead, so that would do.
What?
The major healing hex works as cure serious wounds, which, when used on an undead, deals.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were healing yourself. I
Oh,
I
no.
didn't hear that part. You were using that as an attack.
Yeah, on Wolf.
Oh, okay. Because I was trying to... I moved on and tried to attack Setham. Okay, so I have to back up a step. Alright. And... Well, that's channel resistance. That's not going to apply, so I don't think there... Is there a save involved?
Yeah.
You can do a will save for
Alright.
it'll DC 26.
Oh my god, I'm an idiot.
Well, both those failed, so that's when I kill that one as it disintegrates from the healing power of positive energy.
Positive that you were going to try and attack 7, right?
Is the other one still up?
Yeah. Both number 1 still there. What? Did you attack that one too?
Split hex. I can do 2 at once.
Oh, okay. I'll have to roll for that one then.
Oh, I thought that's what the other roll.
No, because he had the misfortune hex and he had to roll twice.
Oh, right.
All right, he failed, so he'll take 27 points of positive magic damage. All right, he's still up.
Cool.
We'll see for how long.
All right, he will 5-foot step, and we'll try and bite Bill. 26
That will hit.
for 19 points of damage, and give me another save for versus paralysis. That will succeed. And trip attempt is not going to work, so no point in rolling for trip attempt at this point because you have airwalk. Alright. Quinley.
Only takes a whale on him. And I think he also...
Alright, so just the, Fakao 1's the only one that hit, right?
Yeah, but it also gets...
It's a sneak attack. And it is also dead.
Yay!
All right. So
Finally sounds a little. Good job.
So what's on the headless horseman?
all right. Loot.
Well, that went splendid, gentlemen.
Yeah. Went all right.
All right. So
Excuse me. I can't see the sidebar, Brett.
well, yeah, I know, but you'll have to identify it.
Let's see.
Or at least you'll have to do a check on it and find out what it does. I'm not gonna spoonful you everything. I have to leave something for you guys to do.
That's right.
Alright. Well, with Rail with his 42, this moribund key has a strong necromantic aura. Greater agents of the Whispering Way use these silver medallions as keys to their sanctuaries. Each moribund key bears an engraved skull with 2 gray, burned out Ioun stones for eyes. Small openings line the coin's outer edge. By turning the skull's head, the inner plate marked with runic symbols line up with these openings to establish different combinations. Each setting matches symbols inscribed on objects of great importance to the cult, such as statues, paintings, and doors. The proper arrangement of these runes activates stored spell effects in such objects, including powerful wards, programmed images, or the release of arcane locks. The bearer of a moribund key can cast message at will, and spectral hand and vampiric touch 3 times per day. In addition, the skull's eyes glow with an undead. The skull's eyes glow when undead approach within 60 feet. A moribund key bestows 1 negative level on any good creature carrying it. The negative level remains as long as the medallion is carried and cannot be overcome in any way while the medallion is in the creature's possession.
Real hands it to Phil.
Is a CL12 item.
CL Woot.
That is pretty cool. Imagine the undead detection will come in useful.
Yeah, especially since they seem to be.
Alright. So, now that's done with. Time to head to the Heriday Theater.
Give me one moment. I have to reset up things because I am the biggest idiot. I was like, wondering what the hell is my spell? What the hell is everything so low? I'm like, oh, I guess yeah. God.
Alright, well, while you're getting the theater set up, I'm gonna take a quick bio. I'll be right back.
Yeah, me too.
Alright.
Brett, I am sorry for running out on you like that in the middle of a fight, but nature called collect, so.
Oh, can't you refuse collected clause?
Not that call. Not that call at all.
So, right now in Elite Dangerous, there's this big gold rush going on with a particular item you can mine out of asteroids.
Ooh, sounds fun.
They're called Void Opals.
Sounds amazing.
Well, the thing is, you have to explode the asteroids in order to get to them.
That's still amazing.
And they sell. Right now, their highest record price, going rate is 1.6 million per ton.
You?
You see, right now, I was selling, and I should have gone to the station and sold them because I sold like 105 tons last night for like over 700,000 per ton. I made like 80 million last night doing that.
Oh, that is not bad at all.
And so yeah, people have been making a shit ton of money.
Yeah, no, I would expect them to make that much money.
And it's not an exploit either. This is actually a legal way to make a shit ton of money. Because up until now, there really hadn't been one. So they made mining fun.
That they did. Ugh.
Because up until then, it had been a chore, not really worth doing.
Yeah, everything is like that, Brett. Right. Okay. So I don't need to add anything except this. Why? Excuse me, sir?
See, originally this encounter was supposed to take place outside the city.
I know where it was supposed to take. I figured as much. I mean, you had roadside encounter map. Why aren't you saving the setup?
This is fine.
Alright, we'll do it this way then, since it is how you want to just be a brat.
Does anybody have a problem with Phil carrying the creepy ass death skull?
Not at all.
Cool.
Apparently, none. Okay. Stop. Go to your setup. I don't know what is going on here with Setham's token, but none of the changes that I've made on the Ustalav map are actually saving the token itself.
That's weird.
It is annoying. Yeah.
Back.
Nothing is saving to the token itself. But it saves to the but it saves to the control. I don't know what's going on.
Well, try copying your token from Roadside Encounter, deleting it off of the Ustalav map, and repeat.
Yeah, nothing got saved to the token. Well, yeah, nothing got saved to the token itself. I don't know what is going on. Initiative wrong, levels wrong, everything's wrong. Frustrating.
Anyway,
Hold on a second. I'm going to try something with this.
Brad, how far away do we think we are from the theater?
about a block.
Okay, he's gonna take some buffs. Just in case. He starts drinking like he's, I don't know, falling off the wagon.
All of Breast's stuff, on the other hand, saved. No, they didn't. Brett, tell me what his fly check is, or yeah, tell me what Breast's side. Tell me what his fly check is. It should be a plus 22.
Plus 21.
Oh, Brett.
What?
I blame you. When you messed with the macros, you did something.
I did nothing to the macros.
When you made everything hidden, you did something. Alright, I'm gonna have to go through setup again. Yay!
Alright, well.
Well, while I'm doing this, go ahead.
Yeah. You approach the Heriday Theater. Let's see here.
We know there's some brew we are looking for.
The aged, stately structure of the Heriday Theater lies nestled among several shops. The rough wooden exterior bears the signs of numerous repairs and modifications, though it seemingly has need of many more. The building itself has two entrances, one to the west and another to the south, both illuminated by large wall-mounted oil lamps. Well-dressed servants stand outside these doors, welcoming arriving carriages and turning away passers-by who linger next to the glass windows of what appears to be a large meeting hall. Now, it's currently during the day. This is if you came by at night, but there's currently no one here. The doors are all shut and locked, but you do see a sign on the door. And as you read it, it pretty much says, our next showings and stuff like that. But something about it strikes you as being a little bit odd. Who has linguistics? Roll linguistics, please. All right. You're able to determine that there is a hidden message within the sign, stating that the next meeting of the Order will be tomorrow night at 6.
Well, Looks like we got the day off.
All right. Dang, I'm all effed up and ready for a fight.
Yes, sometimes life just does that.
Hey, Seth, you want to brawl?
Not right now. Maybe later.
Yeah. Well, have we any other leads?
Not at present.
Well,
Do,
who wants to go bowling?
Not that silly bowling game again.
Quinley's gonna search around the building a little bit. Just
Okay.
gonna case the joint.
Well, all the windows are closed, so you can't see inside.
Nothing unusual.
No?
Okay. Comes back and tells everyone looks normal.
Yes, I'm sure this place looks normal.
Actually, it's a question. Do we want to show up at the meeting tomorrow, or do we want to leave a note?
I say we leave a note.
It's a good idea. You're always thinking.
We can double up on it. Leave a note and tell them we will arrive at 7 p.m. and we wish to speak to them.
If you write it in the code, that will sort of, I don't know.
Yes, but they're also going to be rather suspicious, so...
Well, yeah, but at least they won't be surprised when we show up. I have a way of startling people.
You are startling.
Why, thank you.
Regardless.
Is the type of code that they're using for this something I could... I'm getting Spock voice again.
Uno momento, por favor. Why is it on the other side of the frickin' room?
Because that's where you put it.
Where I always put it. Why don't I just plug in my earbuds? Yeah.
I always play with the headset on.
I don't. Hold on.
How, like the... what I'm asking is, can I replicate the type of code that they used in, like, some kind of graffiti?
Yeah.
Alright, we'll do that kind of near the door, not right on top of it, but, you know, near enough that they'll notice it on the...
What are you using the right door?
I should have some chalk here somewhere. Yeah, I got plenty of chalk on the film.
Okay. So you're able to construct a message to the passerby, would seem completely mundane, but to the keen observer, who has knowledge of the cipher, would be able to glean the message out of it.
Perfect. Because, you know, we need to talk to them, but I also don't want to literally drop in on them and cause them to fear for them.
Okay, so where are you going to head to now?
At this point, it's the afternoon. We have an entire day to wait. So maybe you guys got anything you want to... Oh, is there anything... Well, no. I can't go see something cool because it's unlikely that the rest of the party would want to go along. So I guess we'll just kind of hang out for the day, discuss tactics, shoot the shit. That's unless somebody
that
has
sounds
something they
good.
want to do.
So do you go back to the inn then?
Yeah, we'll end up there sooner or later for sure.
Alright. You guys kind of wander around the city for a bit. It's a very cosmopolitan city. You see various people from different, from all over the world of, from this area and whatnot. So it's quite eclectic. You hear all sorts of different tongues. Learn some very new, colorful metaphors.
Oh, you know what I would like to do on the way back is to very quietly and carefully, so I don't get caught, just randomly deposit the occasional silver coin in people's, open bags or in unlikely to be spotted location, that sort of thing.
Do you have sleight of hand?
I have prestidigitation, which lets me lift a small amount of, and lots of stealth. So I'm not doing it like two people. I'm dropping it into like bags that are next to them, that sort of thing.
All right.
Just trying to be nice without being caught for it.
All right. Just remember to deduct how much you're going to do that off your sheet. All right. So eventually, you get starts getting to evening, and you head back to the inn.
We are fighting, dreamer. Oh, sorry.
I
I don't know what came over me.
I'm not going to ask any questions because I'm probably not going to like the answer. So the innkeeper sees you coming in. Ah, good evening. I see you've come back.
Did our friend stop by and ask about us?
No one stopped by asking about you, but it's a good thing you got off the streets. There's been a rash of murders in the city as of late.
Oh yes, a rash of murders.
Of course
was
there has.
yes, murders on the streets, terrible crimes.
Yes, it's been most strange because he kind of leans in close to you. The victims are all drained of their fluids and dissolved into ash. At least according to what I've heard.
Into ash, you say?
I think I'm going to need to change my spell preparation.
Yo, what?
Nothing. Nothing for you to worry about. You have any more information on what happened to the victim?
Afraid not, no. I mean, there's been a lot of odd rumors and misinformation been going around.
Very well.
Magic, if you said something, you cut out right there.
I just said, very well.
Well, I got some rooms all set up for you.
Oh, good. Thank you very much.
So, are you going to retire for the evening then?
Yeah. We'll pick the biggest room and camp out.
Alright. Well, nothing happens at night.
Good.
Thank Christ for that.
While you're, waking up in the morning, you hear a commotion coming from the common room downstairs.
Let's just go. We'll wait till everybody is ready and then head downstairs with.
So,
Yeah. Might as well get the next part of the plot over with.
You see a lot of them crowding around the front door of the inn. As you you decide to try and work your way through them and see what they're looking at.
Breast is gonna fly over everybody's head.
Alright, well, you definitely... I think they part for you at this point, and probably Quinley as well. What you see, laying on the road in front of the tavern, is a headless body laying on its stomach. There's an alleyway between the inn and the tavern next door.
Oh.
You see several members of the City Watch, including a man who appears to be their captain. They're trying to organize things.
Well, shall we have a look?
Do you suppose it's our friend from yesterday?
No, this body appears to be much more, less... It looks human.
Less armor and...
Yeah. And you can see blood. You can see where there's clearly a stump where a neck should be, not just an empty hole.
Alright, let's just take a look.
Quinley's gonna go up to the captain and ask him what happened.
What went down? I mean, aside from the obvious.
Right. He kind of turns around, looks at Quinley, and goes, "What do you want? This is no
Probably
matter for
help.
civilians."
I look like a civilian to you.
And he spreads out his wings a bit.
You look like a freak.
Well, sir, that is no need to be so rude. What is your name and the name of your superior, sir?
My name is Boulevard, and my superiors, you can go fuck off.
Before things
Amazing.
get too far out of hand, I would like to inform you that we are somewhat of an expert in the matters of the unusual. Perhaps we could offer assistance into your investigation.
Diplomacy check.
Quinley was leading.
Yeah, and if somebody's just trying to help you, maybe you best let him.
He's gonna try an intimidation check. He's getting it from both sides.
Intimidation and diplomacy. This is not
That
good.
costs extra.
Alright, well, you failed to intimidate, but really you're able to get him to be a little bit less hostile. Well, your burly friend there is a bit of a issue, but you seem to be much more civil. From what we can determine, it seems this body fell from the roof.
And lost his head.
Quinley,
Interesting. Have you made it up to the roof yet?
No, I've not been up there yet.
Breast,
Alright.
if you could. And Breast is going to fly on up.
Alright, Breast, as you fly up to the roof, you see two large piles of ash in the shape of humanoid figures lie curiously stretched out in the morning sun. A sharpened wooden stake buried into each pile.
Breast is going to shut down.
And as you do this, the constables are pulling the body out into the open street so they can get a better look at it. And as that body hits the sun, it also dissolves into ash.
Crap.
And revealing another wooden stake in the middle of it.
Real. I wasn't that attentive in school, but did that body just spontaneously combust when it hit sunlight?
It must be a terrible case of ringworm.
Right, ringworm, of course. That's exactly what I was thinking as well. Tell me, God Captain, do you have a terrible case of ringworm in your city?
I rolled the And I'll check, because I mean, I think we can all figure out what this is. But,
Yeah,
Well,
this is clearly what happens to vampires.
well, yes, I think it's pretty obvious what is doing this. I'm not sure if this is a conversation you want to have out in the public. So,
Out with it, man.
Sir,
go ahead.
Sir, do you not realize that the body dissolved into ash, it has a wooden stake at its heart? Clearly you are dealing with a case of vampires.
Not just vampires, but vampire hunters.
Vampires? Pah! Don't be ridiculous. Everyone knows there's no vampires in Caliphas. Must be some sort of elaborate hoax or trick.
Really?
There may not have been, but those are vampires. I cannot tell you if they lived here or if they were just passing through. But that is what happens to the corpse of a vampire when it interacts with sunlight. And it requires a stake to kill a vampire.
Breast is gonna fly down.
Well, regardless, these murders are none of your concern. We will take care of this, and I advise you not to interfere.
Oh,
Very well, but
I'm sure they're none of our concern. For now.
I will warn you that these creatures are extremely dangerous and have a number of special powers. If you wish, I could take a few minutes to write up a document so that you can inform your force.
Frankly, if someone in the city is killing vampires, more power to them.
Not really, because, well, if somebody's killing vampires, they might move on to real people.
Possible, but unlikely. I don't have a problem with the vampire killer. However, it is troubling that there has been so many vampire bodies that have been showing up. There were, 3 tonight? That suggests there's a serious vampire problem in the city.
Well, as I said before, there's no vampires in Caliphas. Hasn't been in here in centuries.
There's 1 there and 2 up on the roof.
Well, I mean, these could be just passing by, as you mentioned earlier. No, I don't think we got any living here.
They could. I heard. How long have these murders been going on?
About a week or so.
Oh, a week or so. And how
Then
many?
it's unlikely that they're passing through, or else they would have left by.
Just tell me, how in that time, how many murders have you had?
That's a good question. I don't know. Well, I just put a second number on there that's maybe half a dozen. No, not half a dozen, because we already had half of that tonight, so... I don't know how many vampires have been killed so far. I have to look that up.
I will specifically highlight methods of self-protection in case of vampires. I'm not sure how much danger that your people are in, but I'm sure the police force would prefer to have the knowledge to protect themselves if it were to come down to it.
Well, we can always go to the Temple of Pharasma and get some aid there.
Did you say Did you say get something to eat at the Temple of Pharasma?
Aid!
Oh, aid. Okay, I'm sorry. Your accent is thick.
Delicious. My friend does not have breakfast yet. I think he might be hungry.
Yes, there's also that.
Well, we will be staying here at this inn. If you have any questions or need any further assistance, we do have some success in dealing with problems of this type, and we are at your call if you should need.
Right. Alright, nothing more to see here. Move along.
Wow.
Phil, keep a close look on those eyes, will you? Phil nods and peeks into the bag where he's keeping the moribund key.
Alright, so everyone kind of fades off, and the innkeeper meets up with you again. That's a strange bit of business, isn't it?
Not as strange as our previous business.
Really? How could this not be stranger?
You would be surprised.
You would be surprised at what we've had to deal with in the past. I don't know.
I find myself strangely curious, and at the same time, probably don't need or want to know.
I will suggest, however, for reasons that you do not want to know, maybe serve some more garlic heavy dishes for the next few.
I'm sure we can work something up in our menu. In the meantime, gentlemen, I have plenty of things to offer for breakfast. If you'll be so inclined.
I hope you have a good selection of omelet filling. I'm in the mood for one.
Omelet?
Yes, omelet.
I'm sure our chef can whip some up for you.
I hope he can.
Alright, so each of you place your orders, and yeah, he does bring out a nice steaming omelet for you. Filled with sausage and cheese. And some
Once
bacon.
again, Real and Phil double up on what Quinley orders and then pass it over.
Wait a second here. I know we're all three of us are elves.
I'm a half elf.
No. I know me, Phil, and Real are elves, but don't elves still eat?
They don't need to anymore.
Most of them do. We don't.
Oh, right. I forgot you crafted so much. You fucking cheeser.
It's just another avenue to be attacked.
Alright, well.
That omelet looks good. I hope it was not poisoned.
I don't think it was. Or I didn't beforehand. Now you got me worrying about my breakfast.
I don't think the poison would get through your tough constitution.
Yeah, thanks.
Alright, well. You guys choose to spend your day however you choose until it gets closer to 6 o'clock, and I imagine you're going to head to the Heriday Theater.
You know what? I'm amazed. Galorian runs on a 24-hour clock.
This is unusual. How?
It's a fantasy world.
So, a minute in our time might be a minute and a half in their time.
Exactly.
Deep.
And a minute in our time might be a woes in their time. Wait, I don't. On so just.
What's the ratio of dude dollars to swipe bucks?
That's a serious question there, Brett. Answer it.
Alright, so you head to the Heriday Theater.
Yep, around 7-ish, so they have had time to prepare for us.
Alright, so you see some guards at the door.
Real will walk over with Phil and I assume the rest of the party and say, "Hello, we have an appointment."
Do you now?
We do. We left a message.
Let me go check on that. So that one walks inside.
How are you doing tonight?
Hey, it's a nice night, isn't it?
Yes, terrible to know that there are vampires in your city.
Vampires? Ain't no thing as vampires.
Oh, no, not having this conversation. Nope.
No, I have developed the perfect counter to this. They say the same thing about my friend here. And then Real points at
Real points at who?
Quinley.
And he spreads his wings and grins. Freaky grin.
Holy shit.
Real shrugs.
So
We do
before this
not
conversation
believe
can
everything
evolve
you
any
say.
further, the other guard comes back and says, "Well, sir, apparently you do have an appointment." Alright, so go to the Heriday Theater map.
Excellent. Faraday Theater 1.
And put yourselves right here, please.
Faraday Theater 1. I don't know where I'm putting. I received an invalid image. God damn it.
There shouldn't be anything here. It should be invalid, so...
That's what I said about my background image.
Yeah, and then... yeah, this is gonna be,
Loaded fine for me.
I bet it did. MapTools is just not, is not playing...
Quinley should probably not be large.
Yeah, I'm fixing it.
And also we can remove your,
Staggered.
yeah.
It's been more than 5 rounds since yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Has it also been more than 24 hours?
Yeah.
No.
Well, I mean, the condition ended once he died, so...
Yeah, no, I know.
And
I am still loading in, so I don't know what... MapTools and I are not getting along tonight.
And Figs,
I'm
you
just
really
connecting-
sound terrible.
Yeah, but I feel alright. It's just messed up voice.
Give me 1 second. I'm reloading the campaign. See if that works.
But thanks for the concern. That's why I'm not talking that much tonight.
Yeah.
Come on, load, you stupid program.
Illuminati confirmed.
Obviously. Hold on a second. Something dumb.
Gonna close and relaunch MapTools.
Yeah. I am not happy. Everything was going swimmingly.
All right, I'll be right back then.
Okay. Still not. Okay, there we finally loaded in. Alright, where are we? Okay. Rest
I'm
there.
glad that worked.
Set rear. Why does that say Seth room 1? Shouldn't. Whatever.
Hey, Ironbite, do you... does Setham benefit from a morale bonus?
As far as I know, I have no morale bonuses.
Alright.
Why would you
If
got?
you remind me, Quinley will pass the heroism your way every now and then.
Ah, yes.
So you may want to make a toggle.
I'll go find out what heroism does in a second.
It's pretty good.
Heroism. Pathfinder. +2 on attacks, saves, and skill checks. That does sound pretty good for Seth Rum.
Think you could use it? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
10 minutes a level. It's pretty solid.
Oh, that is actually really solid.
Yeah.
To it.
Sometimes I like to imagine that when somebody casts Tech Magic and looks at Phil or Real, they're immediately blind.
I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Yep, that works.
Cool.
All right. Finally, you're in?
Yee.
Okay, good. You see a rather pudgy man standing in the foyer to greet you. It says, "Ha! Welcome! welcome, welcome. So, you are the ones who left us the message.
Yes, apologies for dropping in on you like this.
Most peculiar indeed. So who might you be?
We are people who are currently in pursuit of the Whispering Way.
Ah, yes, the Whispering Way.
We encountered one of your branches in another city, and they assisted us somewhat. And so we were hoping that you would have access to information, because we have our nose on a very dangerous plot.
Alright. Oh. Yes, I see.
I feel like we should warn you. They're looking for us too, and they seem to be rather good at finding us.
That is true. We have run into them more than once.
Just a block away last night, one of them attacked us. Fellow with no head. Horseman of some sort.
Yes, he
wolves.
was. He was quite a. Well, he was a foe.
He was ahead of his time.
Ahead of the time, okay.
Yes, but unfortunately, his head just got away from him.
That's better, yeah.
Had he not lost his head, he might have been.
Alright, we're getting ahead of ourselves, though.
Alright.
Yes, we are.
He was
Alright.
a reanimated doula.
And further head jokes. You understand?
Right. Well, Well, we do have a vault here that contains a lot of information on the Whispering Way, but I can't just let anyone inside. I mean, you say you've been aided by the Order and various other cities, but I don't know you, and I just...
We don't know you either.
Oh, yes, I suppose I should introduce myself, shouldn't I? I am Abron Chaletst.
It is a pleasure to meet you. If you would like, I can take you to one of the other branches.
Setham Thumrum at your service.
Yeah, Quinley Marcassus. Reaches out 2 right hands to him. Take your pick.
Or if you have another preferred method of verifying our intents.
Are you familiar with magic?
Oh, of course I am.
Would you be able to identify? And he passes him a extract of detect thoughts.
Alright, he stares at it and waves his hand over and mumbles a few words and says, Ah, an extract of detect thoughts. Interesting. So you're an alchemist.
I am, yeah. But if you
Well,
want
that's
to
what
use
he-
that and ask us anything,
That's
should be
exactly.
hard to keep secrets from you.
Well, he claims to be an alchemist. We more or less use him as a, well, humanoid blender, if you will.
Yeah, it is true. I'm more of a for real, but I do like mixing stuff up.
You are quite good at it as well.
Yeah, thanks.
In reference to what Real said earlier about trying to convince him, you can do a diplomacy check.
Every time I do one of these, I get...
Ah, nice.
He finds you hot.
Trust me, we are allies. What do you say? Quite the compelling argument.
We are good. I believe you.
I mean, that was a 19. The skill rolls have been nice for me tonight.
Yeah.
Well, Very well, I shall let you into the vaults. And,
Oh, on a side note, did you know you have a vampire problem in the city?
vampire problem. You say the funniest things.
They identified 3 vampire remains earlier this morning, or yesterday morning.
Alright. So, he takes you through the theater, down some stairs, into the basement, and up to a very straight-looking door. He takes out a key. He opens it, and takes you down the stairs.
He's gonna take back his extra guy. Want it?
Alright.
Yeah. Alright then.
Alright, let's see here.
That's a good idea.
Piles of stationery, pottery, paintings, and art fill these chambers, clustered around large wooden crates, barrels, and narrow bookshelves full of ancient, musty tomes, with only narrow, meandering pathways between them. In the final vault to the east, a large work table lies half buried under piles of scrolls, books, and clay tablets, illuminated by magical work lights overhead.
It's a nice setup here.
I think I may be sweating.
Yes, in these vaults you can do research on the Whispering Way, the poem, the mace, the key. There's a whole lot of things you can do down here.
I want to learn it all.
Alright, well.
Well, Rio, we may have found a place for, well, you.
Just give me a moment. It's beautiful.
It quite is. I'm not much of a scholar, but
Also, if you have ranks in the required skill, you get a +6 bonus.
Okay.
Otherwise, if you don't, you make them untrained.
Well, if he has the skills to fill the bills. I was being serious about the vampires, though. It sounds like it might be problematic. There are also vampire hunters in the city who are killing the vampires. That's what the spate of murders are. Verified with our own eyes. So. At the very least, you should have somebody substantiated for you that you trust.
Okay, so the Carrion Crown poem, you've already deciphered that earlier. You already identified the Raven's Head mace earlier. And you already know a lot about the Whispering Way. There's the key. Alright. Alright, well, there's one thing you can do though. When you can do research on the moribund key you found. You can do a knowledge history check.
+47 with a +6 bonus.
All right. Wow. Okay. Excellent. You made it. The DC was 40. You got a total of a 46. No, 45. No, 47.
47.
So you barely made it just on your own.
Is that guy who made it? I know what his fetish is.
All right. You after
it's
looking
maces.
through a lot of the books here, you learn that apparently the Whispering Away would use this key. Because he had several hiding places here in Caliphas, and he would use special gargoyles, gargoyle statues that he could use the key on.
Interesting.
Gargoyles in the city.
There should only be a couple thousand of those.
Alright, and let's see here.
I was just realizing something. We went and we hunted down one super secret hidden cult to help us find another super secret hidden cult.
I realized that the second this session started.
Alright, so do you mention any of this to Abram?
Was he still there?
He's still there. He's kind of watching over you, make sure you don't break anything.
Well, once I'm done with my research, we will probably spend some time going over the events of what we have been dealing with from the Whispering Way. This is an order that fights against the Whispering Way, so
yeah, okay.
There's no reason not to, give them the gist of it, and we'll go over, the poem. I will, I think, for safety's sake, exclude the fact that we have possession of the maze.
Okay. So after you retell much of your, most of this has to come from Brest because he was there for all of it.
Yep.
So you're able to inform him of all these things, and that is very interesting.
Yes, apparently Brest has been fighting these people for a long time now.
This is most grave news. If this is true, then it would seem that the Whispering Way has finally found a way to bring back the Whispering Tyrant. And
Wait. Whispering Tyrant?
Yes, Tarbafon, the Whispering Tyrant. He used to rule these lands several thousand years ago, but he was defeated. He was a lich of no small renown.
Oh, now I get why they need the ravens.
Of course.
Apparently, he wanted to create a world full of undead. He almost nearly succeeded if it hadn't been for the Shining Crusade.
That probably wouldn't have been too nice a world to live in.
It wouldn't have been a world to live in at all. Maybe to unlive.
Quite right. Nice quip.
Why is it the secret cults always want to do the raising of somebody who lost? I don't understand. They lost once, whatever.
Who can fully understand the mind of a bad man?
I guess there has to be something missing there to be on that path in the first place.
But that key you found is quite curious, and you mentioned that they would use gargoyles.
Quite.
I think we got one of them around here somewhere, as a matter of fact.
One of their gargoyles?
We might have something like that around here. You can do a perception check to try and find it, because it's probably buried somewhere. Anyone else? Okay. Quinley, are you going to do one?
Yeah, I do impersonate. And
Wow, okay. Setham, Breast, and Finley find, half covered by fallen tapestry, a hideous stone gargoyle crouches upon a solid block of rough-hewn black granite. Its wings lie folded over its back, their sharp spurs reaching almost to the 20-foot-high ceiling overhead. The statue's claws, teeth, and strangely protruding ribs all appear crafted from iron. A carved...
Does it remind you of anyone?
A carved necklace with a skull-shaped medallion bearing curious runes along its outer edge hangs upon the gargoyle's chest.
I haven't read this one since I was a child.
Alright, okay, so, Real and, Phil, since you always have Detect Magic up, give me an Arcana check. Okay. You notice that this statue resonates with strong auras of abjuration and illusion.
Ooh. That sounds fun.
Alright, since it would, oh my god. Since it would technically be a magic item, could I do Spellcraft Identified Spell?
Well, yeah, you can go ahead. You know that if you were to use a Moribund key on it, you can activate whatever spell is in it.
Oh dear. Hopefully this isn't something that we'll live to regret.
If you regret it, we probably won't live.
Maybe we'll
Eyeball.
unlive. It worked once.
That would be a grave mistake.
Oh.
I'm gonna eyeball the statue, eyeball Quimby, eyeball the statue.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Maybe it would be a good idea to move it.
To move it?
I would hate to damage the texts in this room
Oh yeah.
if
sure.
something went wrong.
I'll take it in the air and do it if you want.
Tell me, Mr. Chalice, do you have a space we could put the gargoyle in?
Yeah.
I mean, it's
move it over here.
It's abjuration and it's probably not going to destroy stuff.
Yes, but I don't want to have
Probably, but you never know.
That's true.
Alright, so I guess we will attempt to figure out what sequence to use to activate it.
But since you have the Moribund key, it's pretty self-explanatory. Otherwise, you would need to do a check.
Where the key goes.
Yeah. The key will fit over where the medallion on the statue is, and you just match up the runes on the key to what's on the statue itself.
That's pretty straightforward, yeah.
Okay.
All right.
It's gonna be a puzzle.
All right.
Everybody stand back, just in case.
All right. You insert the Moribund key into the statue's necklace. This triggers a programmed image. The illusion depicts an aerial representation of ancient Caliphas with a single building highlighted by an unearthly green glow. Abram recognizes this building and says, "That's the Quarterfax Archives."
Well,
So what does this all mean?
Well, this is likely where one of their hideouts is.
Are the archives a government facility?
I don't know off the top of my head. Hold on. However, shortly thereafter, 4 liches appear in the cardinal directions around the programmed city, a projection of the city. These are only illusions. They begin to recite a poem of some sort. and I don't know what the actual whole thing is because it doesn't tell me. It just tells me what the end of it is. But each of them recites a part of it, and then they look to you to finish it. You're going to need to give me a Knowledge Arcana check.
Knowledge Arcana, you got it.
I bet we have somebody in the party who can do that well.
All right, you're able to finish the Catechism.
I'm sorry, we're able to finish the Catechism?
Yeah.
Awesome. Can we move on to Mr. Pandaria, or are we just going to go straight to Warlords of Draenor?
We're just gonna death wing it.
Catechism, not cataclysm. Alright, they finish the Catechism by saying undying form, undying opportunity. And with this, they bow and fade away.
Well,
and you're very lucky you were to do that, otherwise you'd be fighting 4 bone devils.
Aww. Missed out on XP.
we still defeated it. We still defeated this encounter by skill.
Alright.
Damn it! I keep slipping into the character voice when I'm talking out of character.
Alright. Okay, so...
We are becoming one!
I will be right back.
Alright. Looks like our destination is literally mapped out for us.
Was that another pun?
Not for me, of course not.
Is he staring at the lich?
Okay, so... We're almost done for the night, so... Just good. A couple more things to do real fast. Alright, let's see here. Alright, so... Abron can can assure you that you can reach the Cortifex archives without any problems. The entrance, though, lies in the basement of one of the museum's older and least visited structures dedicated to the history of the former country of Grodlich. An ancient fresco in one of the displays depicts the first Count of Grodlich, an excommunicated priest of Pharasma named Lodmir Vandomain.
No. Okay.
The heretic is shown clutching a book whose cover bears eerily familiar stylized symbols matching those of the Moribund Key. By setting the correct runes on the Moribund Key, you can release the arcane lock bearing the secret stone door behind the fresco.
Excellent.
Alright, so you do so. There is no map for this area.
We do so.
Alright. After opening the portal, you enter into the hideout. However, you can see, that the place has been abandoned.
Any gargoyles left behind?
No. You find a few scraps of paper hinting at the Whispering Waves activities, gathering components for some elixir or potion. though none of these notes contain anything specific, information, or clues about the cult's current whereabouts. You just kind of investigate the area, and even with perception checks, you're not going to really find anything of note here. This place has apparently been abandoned.
That's disappointing.
However, I'm going to remove him for right now. I'm going to be using this Heritage Theater map in lieu of the actual hideout for the time being.
Okay.
Did we trigger something?
Okay, hold on. As you make your way ready to leave, a figure walks out of the shadows.
The shadows.
Shadows.
His name is also Quinley, but it's
What are they
spelled,
all?
but it's spelled differently.
Indeed.
Good evening. It seems I'm not the only one searching for the Whispering Way. But alas, it appears they have deserted this place some time ago. My name is Quinley Basdell, and I'm searching for my mother's killer. Perhaps we might be able to assist each other?
Let's see.
Wait a second here. Your mother's killer?
Phil checks his bag.
It's not glowing.
Phil peeks down into the bag.
Hold on, let me double.
Shakes his head in the
Let me double check.
Okay.
Fast, actually.
I mean, from his token image, either he's undead or like he hasn't slept in a week,
He is
maybe a month.
No, the eyes are not glowing.
Alright, so Phil peeks into the bag and then shakes his head in the negative.
Alright.
And Riddle nods. What happened to your mother?
Let's see here. She was murdered some time ago. As have many of her kind.
Wait. Many of her kind?
My mother was a vampire.
Oh! Oh! Well then, sir. That would make you a, You're mortal, right?
I am a Damphir.
Ah, thank you. Yes.
So that's Sting.
Quinleys are always interesting.
You're all a little weird.
So you are looking for the man that has been going around killing the vampires?
I am.
Then we have a common foe.
What? Why would somebody who's killing evil vampires be a...
I don't know. I feel like this somehow is going to lead to the Whispering Way.
Yes, vampires are monsters, unrepentant villains. This is true. But they have found a niche in this country. When the Whispering Tyrant fell at Gallowspire, the vampires laid down their weapons and conceded the field in exchange for peace. Since the Shining Crusade, the vampire clans of Caliphas have maintained a status quo. Now Ustalav rulers hold court without fear of the tyrant's return, and the vampires are left alone. But these vampire slayings could create an entirely new war in the city across the nation. In a war between humans and vampires, who do you think would win?
Well,
Me.
I would have to go with Real. He's well, we're quite handy in a fight. Actually, no one would win. It would just be a slaughter.
Indeed.
Yeah, I suppose it would depend on vampires.
So tell me, sir, what it... So tell me, sir, what are you proposing?
That we work together. I can probably open some doors for you that you could not otherwise enter. What I mean to say is, there are vampire clans here in Caliphas who might be able to give you more information. I am convinced that one among them is a traitor and is in fact killing their own kind.
Vampires killing vampires.
No doubt it is an effort to destabilize things within Caliphas. But to what end, I do not know.
Well, you know, sometimes you have to have a fever to get rid of an infection.
Yes, but really, it sounds like the vampires in this city basically keep the peace.
And what do they eat?
Well, people.
Well,
but
that's the rub, isn't it?
that's true. Anyway, sir, I'm not exactly sure how we could help you. I mean,
I am but one person. If we were to
Obvious.
clearly you may be able to assist me in ways I cannot yet fathom.
Yeah, we're good assistants. That's true.
one moment, dear fellow. And Setham turns to the rest. Is anyone concerned with the fact that he somehow managed to make it in here?
Oh, that did seem a little odd.
I mean, without the key? I mean, just going by what he is, I mean...
So,
I don't really care who his parents were, but I don't see a good reason to help the vampire community out. So it's just helping evil. Evil has its own purpose.
Well, there is this. If the status quo for hundreds of years well, thousands of years really, is able to keep the peace. I mean, we don't come from Ustalav.
You're right. We don't have any requirement to support or destabilize it one way or the other. However, you know what else has kept the peace in some places for thousands of years?
Oh, you're speaking of Chelax, aren't you?
Yes, I am. You know where I'm going with this.
I understand exactly where you're going with this, but I'm just saying, this is a city filled with vampires. I really don't think that we want to deal with an entire city. I mean, if there's a few vampires, alright, that's fine. But if the entire city suddenly it comes down with a case of the fangs...
Well, I'm not saying we have to go and try to find them all and set them on fire. But we don't have to go out and try to stop the person who's killing them.
Depends on the reason for killing.
Not so much really, I don't think.
Quinley, I get a good feeling about you for some reason I can't put my finger on. But I don't know that you've totally made your case as to why we should help you save vampires, given their reputation for evil.
Simply put, if someone in the city is trying to destabilize the vampire clans, the status quo between the mortal lords and the vampire clans, this could prevent a war from breaking out.
Hey, you see that? Prevent no war.
By maintaining the status quo, which involves apparently a number of vampires living off of this. That's
Well,
not
there is
necessary.
one-
That seems
It
too
is
simple.
an imperfect system, this is true, but it has worked.
You know, I hate to be this one real, but we are dealing with vampire. We are dealing with the Whispering Way. The sacrifice of one city.
The vampires are no friends of the Whispering Way.
Well, apparently one of them is.
Perhaps.
But you see our dilemma here, sir. On the one hand, well, the Whispering Way wants to create a world full of undead, and then, on the other hand, vampires.
You have to
Yes.
choose the lesser of two evils, then, don't you?
Well, that is a good point. But... this is a dilemma, real.
Even in that comparison, it's hard to determine which is the lesser of the two evils.
Honestly, it's not. I mean, vampires, Whispering Way, complete annihilation of all life on the planet.
Well, from what we understand, the Whispering Tyrant was a lich, which is a form of undead. Vampires certainly live long enough to accumulate that type of power. By putting off dealing with them, we could simply be creating a dozen more Whispering Tyrants in the future.
Didn't the You know, I hate to.
The one you should speak to is Luvic Sauvage. He was alive during that time. He saw the rise and fall of the Whispering Tyrant himself.
He's a vampire, isn't he?
I thought that was implied.
I always hope it's a wizard.
Well, I say we take him with him.
If you need any further proof of my truthfulness or my word, speak to your friends in the Order. They can vouch for me. I have done work for them in the past.
Oh, so they're involved in this too. Great. They are complicit in the arrangement. Yes.
Complicit or not, this makes everything just so difficult.
Every now and then
See,
I
this
just
is what I liked about this particular book. The moral quandary I'm going to have you thrust you guys into.
I mean,
On
it's
the one
never a
hand,
good idea to work with vampires.
no, it usually comes back and bites you in the neck.
It's right under working for a dragon.
Well, depends on the color of the dragon, but yeah. But at the same time, oh my god, the Order is working with them, and
The Order that's against the Whispering Way is apparently cool with vampires.
Because they're
So,
because the vampires are also against the Whispering Way, so they're kind of not really allies. They just kind of allow each other to exist, I suppose.
it's
drops them down a couple notches.
I mean, on the one hand, I get where Real is coming from, and Seth also is not would never be happy with dealing with the undead. I don't know, man. This is a moral dilemma to ally with vampires, because.
I mean, it's amazing that right now we're even considering this, considering we haven't really spent any time looking for other options to find out the information.
I mean, do we have any other options? I'll bet we don't.
Well, we know what the gargoyles look like now. So if we can locate a newer gargoyle, we might be able to get location to a current base instead of one that's been dilapidated. They probably shut this one down once they realized the gargoyle had been taken. We could also attempt to make our presence known and stage an ambush for when we get attacked next to get information out of our... Oh, you know what? We could go back to the guy we killed and armed with a couple talk with dead spells. Might be able to get something that way.
I bet his corpse is gone.
Also, talk with dead won't work.
Oh, yeah?
No head.
That's just another spell.
And I'm not sure what happened to his body after he died, to be perfectly honest. I don't know what happens to those creatures when they die. I think they probably
There's like sculpt corpse and restore flesh, and I think a couple others that could rehab.
Regardless, we got
Breaking the AP.
Yeah, I doubt we can actually break the AP that badly.
Well, I tell you what, it's 10 o'clock.
Yeah,
We
we're
can
gonna put a pin
we
in
can
it.
put a pin on this here and pick it up next time, alright?
Sounds
All
good.
right.
Sounds good to me.
All right, guys. Have a good one.
All right, you too, Fee.
Good night.
I hope you
better,
feel
okay,
better.
man?
Thanks. Thank
Yeah, I
you.
feel better, man.
All right,
Thanks
so
for running, Brett.
Next week.
Sure thing, guys.
guys, speaking of next week, I will have the money list probably by Monday. So I've got.
Well, everyone, thank you for joining us tonight for Carrion Crown. Be sure to tune in next time where we will find out whether or not they were going to side with the vampires or not. So, thank you for watching.